What's up, what's up, what's up? JP in the house. Back again for another adventure. If you like my videos, please subscribe, share them with your friends. There's a notification down there in the lower right corner. Click that if you want to send donations, PayPal me /GS35JPN. And I'll put up some other things that you can also send for donations. Also, I'm doing trading on FX. I figured out a way to win, but I have to keep watching it. But yeah, there's a really good way to win. And if you guys want in on that, let me know. My Bitcoin, what is that thing called? The Bitcoin wallet number. And hey, what's up? Somebody's in the house. Chime in if you can. If I miss your comment, sorry. Today I'm just oh my God, I'm just a one-man team. Let's see. Yeah, okay. Well, I gotta watch my speed, make sure I'm not speeding. Hey, what's up? People in the house, thank you. And yeah. So basically, that's it. If you want to help out, I want to talk about how I got kicked out of the United States Air Force. Actually, I'm just saying kicked out. It was discharged, and I want to talk about it. I'm gonna tell you. The only reason I joined the Air Force is because my first wife said she was going in, and she asked me to go in with her. So that's why I had nothing, no idea. Thanks for the thumbs up. I had no thoughts or nothing to join the military at all. Actually, it was like up. I was like, you know, in a process of thinking whether I should marry this woman from Tibet who came on to me. She was rich and everything, and father said he's gonna pay for my education, everything. I never met him, but that's what she said. And she said he also said we can get married and stuff. But I ended up choosing a route. Oh man, wait, hold on. Okay, sorry, I gotta stop doing that. Okay, so anyway, so I joined the military. Basic training, I'll talk about that later. Well, I guess I can talk. Well, I'll talk about that later. Basic training actually was interesting. It was interesting. I had some few encounters with some of the people in basic training. Um, yeah, it was just a bunch of talk, and I guess they thought I was gonna back down, but I didn't. I did have a black party, and a person got punched in the jaw through the cover. Wow! But yeah, it was really interesting. But I got my revenge back because I got a 91 on the test, which was the highest score in that unit. Then probably almost half the people failed. Hey, what's up, big people in the house? And and then for our squadron or basic training pitcher, I was a squad leader, and that was because my 91 points I got on the test. And I got all those demerits, I would have got like an honor roll on the honor student ribbon and stuff. So, but anyways, fast forward to what happened. So we were at a commander's call picnic, and I'm playing basketball, and the captain was I was good, and he elbowed me in his jaw. I guess I must have had some rumors of me being violent or whatever, and he thought I was going to do something. I'm like, don't hit no captain and ruin my military career. I said, continue playing, sir. I'm okay. What's up, for people in the house? If I miss your messages, you're going to have to send them again today. I'm a one-man crew. And so that was like a while later. I don't know, maybe a year or so later. For some reason, God just told me to go to the orderly room and ask for my personal information file. So I went there. And I asked him for it, and he just gave it to me. Then he gave me this look like, you can keep it or something. But I'm kind of slow, I guess. And something told me to ask him, may I dispose of this? And I started thinking of all the possible answers, so I didn't say anything. So I said, okay, fine. So I left with it. To my unknown knowledge, he had left, transferred to another base. So I could have kept it. And he didn't call it for a long time. And I was like, why isn't he calling? Did he forget or what? And so I was thinking, I wonder if I should just throw it away and just say, uh, somebody stole it from me or something. Some game beggars took it from me. I was trying to think of all kinds of excuses, so I just said forget it. So I went to the office, and no. So the day I was gonna go to the office, I had what I had to do. I had uh, grabbed my information file, walked out of my apartment, and God said toss it back on the couch. Hey, what's up, 4 people in the house? God said toss it back on the couch, and I was like, okay. And then I stopped and said, no, it's okay. So I go up in the orderly room. As soon as I walk in, I realized I made a mistake. Well, quote unquote, what I thought was a mistake, or what I determined was a mistake. And there was his sister there, and I didn't really get along with too many of the black people on base. I guess because I was married to a white woman, or that I was too black, or maybe they thought I was too black to be black. It was weird. And they were like really into Black History, Malcolm X, the ISIS papers, and stuff like that, And I got all those books and I read them and stuff. And so she said, "What are you doing with that?" And I said, "The captain gave it to me." He said, "What did he give it to you for?" And then she told me to give it to her. And then the phone called. And at that time, God told me to walk out. And I could have walked out, took it to my car, and I don't know if she would have called or not. Maybe she would have, maybe she wouldn't have. But I would have just said, "Hey, I disposed of it. I tore it up. And I wouldn't have gotten in trouble, right? I wouldn't have gotten in trouble anyway, right? But what I did was because of the base and the people I work with, they were like always out to get me. So I just gave it to her. And I meant to come back to get it later, because she had told me to transfer to another base. And so I'm like, wow, so I totally forget. So one day I come in late, and God actually told me to go to work first and then go do what I had to do. But I called the supervisor there. He wasn't there, and so was somebody else in charge. So I asked him. He said, okay. When I got back, Savory was the guy. That was the supervisor. He was like, oh, we got to go to the first sergeant. I said, for what? So I go up there, and he said, well, you came in. First sergeant's like, you came in later, so we're going to give you 3510 discharge. And I'm like, what do you mean? I called in and said I was going to, can I be late? Can I come in late? I didn't just call late and stuff. And so I was like, 3510. I'm like, I didn't even do anything. So the next thing you know, he put my personal information file on the table. And at that time, I was going to, something said, just tell him that the captain gave it to you. But I was like, oh, I don't know, I just didn't do it. And I was thinking it was an appropriate time. And so I didn't do it. Had I did it, I would have did was say, hey, just call the captain. The captain would have called him. The captain would have said he gave it to me, and we gave it back, and that would have been it. But, and then, of course, that would have made Sergeant Schaefer very angry, and then I probably been getting written up on all kinds of stuff. But I did read my information file. There was nothing. I got kicked out on a 3510 discharge, minor disciplinary disciplinary infractions or whatever it's called. I got out on a general under honorable conditions, and actually because I heard that word honorable in there, that's why I really didn't try to fight to stay in. And so anyway, I walked out, and I was like, oh man, what should I do? And so I didn't do anything. Next thing you know, they assigned me a lawyer. I went to talk to a lawyer, a black woman. And of course, she didn't know that my personal information file was given to me by my previous. They put a thumbs up by my previous. What's that called? By my previous commander. Now, had I told her that, she would have called. They would have gave it back. I would have been probably reinstated, and she would have won the case. But she was thinking it was a case that she wouldn't win. So I guess maybe they were giving her cases where she can't win. I guess that's not good and stuff. But I didn't tell her anything. Plus, I went there late one time. I was always late, and she said if I don't get out the military, she's gonna tell my commander that I came in late. So I don't know what would have happened after that. I have no idea. In addition to that, So I was like really like, she ain't really any help. So then I go into I get called into the commander's office, and lo and behold, standing there, some of the people I work with, but they were like, no one really of any significance, or anyone who really, the people who should have been there weren't there. I should say that. Hey, what's up? What's up? Hey, man, you could have retired by now from the air, but yeah, but that's true. Actually, what I wanted to do was become an officer, because actually, when I was at Edwards Air Force Base, the officer told me I have to hurry up and become an officer because I'm not NCO material, and they're going to hurry up, and I'm going to end up getting kicked out. It was weird, And I'm telling you, it was the bird colonels and above, full colonels and above. And so I was like, wow. So anyway, I go in there, and those guys standing there, and she said, we're going to give you 3510 discharge, and she started saying different things, and she was talking about Liberia, and I've been getting kicked out because of the racist thing, and all kinds of stuff like that. And I'm thinking, like, what is she talking about, this racism stuff? And I really couldn't understand it because I wasn't indoctrinated or didn't know about all of that stuff. So I went and studied up, and but I did. Oh, okay. So basically, what she did was she told me about my minor disciplinary infractions and stuff like that. And then she started reading some of my papers that I already knew what was in it because I read it. And she read this one where it said Sergeant Duncan said that he made a mistake by joining the military. He should have went to college first and then joined the military. And I guess that was her excuse of being a disciplinary whatever. And I'm like, why would he write me up for something like that? I have the right to say that. I should have come in as an NCO. I should have got my education, came in as an officer, right? And so, and she was kind of like smiling up because it was just a bunch of BS. I mean, she knows BS, right? So then, before she signed, God said, hey, tell her that the captain gave you your information file, your personal information file, and you want it back, and it's your property, and call him. Tell her to call him because he would have verified it, right? I didn't do it, and so, she signed the papers and stuff. So then I went to her, and her and the first sergeant, and I told them, and the reason I talk about this so much, but the reason I talk about it is just, sometimes I wonder if I made a mistake by not telling them this. I mean, of course, my life turned out well. I get to meet a lot of people, I guess, in some small 1/1000th of a percent that I've helped other people in their lives and stuff. But still, it's like that what if is just still there. And so that's why I keep talking about it. So she signed it right before she about to sign her name. I was about to say, ma'am, wait a minute, I got to tell you something. But then I was thinking, anything that I see in that time or during that time, maybe I would have got an LOC to be added onto a letter of counseling, or not letter of counseling, but letter of reprimand or something like that. So I didn't say anything. So I got demoted right there on the spot, and she let me have the day off. And it's funny because they gave me a paper to get a new ID, and I never turned that paper in. So on my ID, I was still a sergeant, but my rank said an A1C. And I swear when he said to change my ID, because I wasn't really keen onto the military. I knew nothing about it. Actually, I thought the military, I didn't know the military was what it was, and I really didn't fully comprehend what it was until years after I came. Probably like just a few years ago, that when I was in the military, it was like a whole new world. It wasn't like something I could just quit. It was like really serious stuff. And so it really never hit me. So in that way or whatever, and I didn't take it as a joke or anything, because people did die, get hurt, get injured, and stuff like that. People got kicked out, things happen and stuff like that. But it just never hit me that it was like a reality thing. So she signed the papers and stuff, and I went Same day, went and changed uniforms, got a new uniform and everything, so I can, I want to walk around with, that. I guess it didn't fade. The fade, the part that didn't fade, that was on your stripes and stuff under the insignia. And if people get kicked out, they don't buy you uniforms. They just wear it just like that. So I just went and bought all the uniforms, maybe 2 uniforms and stuff. I didn't care about the money. And so I'm walking around, and a lot of people noticed that I got demoted. Some people didn't say anything. Some people, of course, some of the brothers said something. I'm like, whatever, I don't care, because I knew the truth, but I just didn't mention anything. So after I had left out, I left and stuff. I went back to her and the captain. I mean, to the major. Well, no, she was a captain. The captain, the first lieutenant. And I said, hey, I want to talk to y'all. Off there, what part of Cali? Office. And let me see. Let me see. Oh, so I went back and told them, the people that are kicking me out, they're kicking out the wrong people. The whole command is just all messed up. It's just ran by a bunch of groupies, and y'all need to go and really do your job because they're not professionals. Because the reason I said that, because she talked about Liberia and was talking about how, I guess, Lincoln was trying to kick people out and African blacks out, or the free blacks anyway, and send them back to Africa or something like that. And so when I read about it, I was like, that has nothing to do with me getting kicked out and stuff, So I went back and I told her that I couldn't understand why she didn't, what was her correlation between Lincoln sending free blacks back to Africa and me getting kicked out the military. So then I told her about FDR, why he was, my reason why he got elected 4 times, because he had from what I read, he had he had a good, command, everything that he wanted to, he wouldn't got advice, people tell him things, he went and seeked it out, sought it out. And I told them that every time somebody tell y'all something, you don't seek out anything, you just go with it. And so it was an indication to them to go call my captain and ask him what kind of person did they think I was. But they didn't do that. And so they did do their little investigation, kind of find out. They called me back in the office, and I thought I was going to get in trouble because basically I told them that I didn't come into the military to be friends with anyone. I don't care who they are. I'm not here to be friends with them. The only thing that keeps me going in the military is because of those, and I respect insignias on their shoulders and sleeves, is because of the black men and women who fought for their rights and freedom in the military, that they're supposed to get in this country and stuff like that, fought for those rights, to become regular American citizens like they are. And so I thought I said some crazy stuff when I was in there, but I guess it was my vocabulary that didn't get me in trouble. And that was it. So they called me back, and I was like, wow. I thought I was going to get in trouble, right? And so, wait, let me check something. Well, I cannot check these, but oh my God, you guys got a lot of. Okay, anyway, what I'm going to do is keep talking, and then when I can stop, then I'm going to check the messages because I can't read them all. Sorry. I can't even read them right at this current time. Anyway, so they called me back in, and she straight up said, Ralph, we did the investigation. And I'm sitting there like, whoa, what are you talking about? I didn't tell them to do an investigation. I'm telling them from the point on. I didn't tell them to go investigate anything. They went and investigated, and oh my God, they were like, we kind of found out that they lied on you. And I am not lying. I almost fainted right there on this. I almost just fainted. I was like, wow. I can't believe I was vindicated, I guess that's the word, or something like that. But she was like saying, oh, but the process stopped. There's nothing I could do to stop it. Now, of course, I could have went to court, and got it stopped and stuff like that. And so I was thinking to myself, because I was going to say, it's okay, I'll just go to the lawyer's office and tell them and, get everything reinstated. But then I got to thinking, if I'm at this space, and I won all my battles, even the battle of me getting kicked out, I won, okay? It wasn't, the whole thing is I didn't get kicked out, and I just want to let y'all know, I did not get kicked out the military. I volunteered to leave under the conditions that they wanted to discharge me. So when she said that she couldn't do anything to change it, of course, like I said, I know I could have went to the lawyer's office and everything and got that changed because what she said was an official statement, and plus I could have used my called the previous commander and tell him that my personal information file that they use as evidence to kick me out, which there was really nothing in there to kick me out on. I would have got that back, and basically I just would have just got reinstated. But then I got to thinking, I ain't gonna lie, my whole military career was awesome. I am not lying. I am not gonna lie. I had a good time. I mean, the only problems I had was with a lot of these bros. Dudes were haters. Not all of them. I had some really good friends. Mr. He's retired. His name is James. Mr. James. Got a few people. This other guy, New York. I can't think of his name. I can't believe where were you headed to. I'm going to visit my bro. And thanks for the thumbs up. And so the white dudes, they didn't. It was just a bunch of just stupid talk. Like I'll go in there. We had like this shack or something. This room we can go in and wait on the flight line 'cause it was like hot out there. This is at Air Force Base. That's my last assignment. And I'll go in there and they just talking about all kinds of uh, what was that called? This books, always talking about Christianity and all this stuff. I walk in with my calculus book, studying. They made a big fuss out of it. Went and told the supervisor, not Schaefer, this other guy. And they told him that, and I was like, he came in, or they complained. Is that in the Bible? Blah, 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 and then all this stuff. And I like, whatever. So I just started bringing technical books and stuff. It was funny, though. But anyway, let me think. Anyway, I didn't, they were just talk. Only one dude actually said he was going to do something. They did bring a noose to work. I guess they thought they was going to scare me with that, which I didn't know what that was all about either. So I didn't. So my response was not like, I guess, like what you see people on, because it was happening recently, people crying and all of this stuff, why they bothering us. I was like, man, I see you coming with a roll. I know you're gonna try to kill me. I'm gonna pull my gun out and shoot you from a long distance. Ain't no way you're gonna get close to me. But it was kind of missing because I was thinking like how recently I'm understanding what a lot of people are talking about and stuff that they could have did that it got pushed under the table or whatever. I don't know. It could have been, but it was just really interesting. So basically, when she said that they had lied on me, wow, see, that's why I made a mistake before. When they had lied on me, and she couldn't stop the process of me from me getting kicked out. And plus, I know she was surprised. You could tell the look on both of their faces. He was, anyway, he was like a selectee, chief selectee. And you could tell the look on their faces that I really was innocent, And I told them, I said, hey, don't stop the process. You guys are giving me a get out of jail free card. I said, this base was kind of, I mean, actually it wasn't tough, but I had to fake it, said it was tough, but if I go to another base, I might be dealing with more competent um, NCOs than the incompetent, and airmen than the incompetent NCOs and airmen that I've dealt with here. And I'm using the word incompetent, but I just said, at that time I said smart and stuff like that, Well, they're not as smart as the ones, they'll probably be smarter than the ones here. But when I said, so you giving me a get out of jail free card, and I said, I'm okay. It's not like I'm used to benefits. Or I use something like, I'm not worrying about the benefits. I can go back to school, pay for my own college, and go to school and stuff. Because I think because of general honorable district charge, they won't pay for it. But I mean, it's not like I actually needed anything. But everything else I get. So in other words, it's not that they won't pay for it. I won't get a loan or something like that. I think I recently checked it, and I was like, okay, so what's the why just give us free money? But I guess when you're in the military, you get to go to school, quote unquote, I guess for free. And so, and so, so I told her that, and they looked at me, and that was it, And I got assigned to remedial duty, just cleaning the day rooms. Took like 30 minutes, whatever, the bathroom. I was always clean anyway. They did have me dig a volleyball court, and I did that. And finally, they got some real professionals to come and do it. But when the guy said he measured everything, he said it was almost perfect. He said he really didn't have to do too much. And he asked me to. He said, "Whoa, how did you do that?" I'm like, "I just had one of those wheelbarrows and a shovel." He's like, "You did that with a wheelbarrow and a shovel, but how could you measure?" I'm like, "I don't know. I just looked at it, and it appeared to be okay." Oh man, I hope I am not. I hope I didn't miss my. Oh my God, I missed my stop. I can't believe it. I always miss this. Well, I won't say I always miss it, but man, I hope this is. Oh man, that's so messed up. I gotta go like another 6 kilometers and turn around. I don't know how I'm gonna do this. Wait, let me see. Okay, anyway, whatever. We're done is done. Oh, there's an exit. 2 kilometers. Okay, that's cool. Then I got it to Osaka City, Hanshin, Toro, Suita, Kiki. So definitely pass where I was supposed to go. Okay, so anyway, I gotta go back. So anyway, I had left and stuff, and he was always coming down there and talking to me every day for about like a couple of hours. And I asked him, "Sir, why you always coming down here talking to me?" He said, "I never met anyone like you." So it was interesting. And of course, other things happened. The white guys getting upset because he was always coming down there talking to me, and they, I don't know, they just got really upset and stuff. But it was weird because it was like these young guys started coming in, and they were like more aggressive and stuff. One dude was talking about, "You gonna shoot me?" And I said, "Man, I'll come up here and toss you off the second, what you call it, But from what I hear, the other blacks, a lot of them, I guess, they must have suffered a lot of mental stress and stuff. And it's okay to read your history and stuff, but sometimes when you read it, I think at the same time, if you don't know what you're reading, if you don't understand things that happened before that, if you don't understand that you're above a lot of stuff and a lot of things that you don't really have to go through dealing with people, um, it can mess you up. And I've seen a lot of brothers, just go through a lot of mental issues with them. I mean, dealing with white people. Oh my God! I hope I can get off here, Ibaraki, Suika. If I go here, no way. Because if I keep going straight, if I go there, I know I'm gonna have to pay some more money. I don't want to do that. I'm like going so far out the way. Gosh, got another 3 kilometers. Then I gotta turn around and drive all the way back by the road. Can't believe it. Okay, so anyway, a lot of brothers were going through a lot of stuff, but I only went through problems at work with the white people. But after work, when I hung out with any blacks, I had to deal with them. It was like a double-edged sword. I was catching hell from everywhere. But like I said, how I got kicked out. But I always think about that, and of course, I've been successful. I've done well. Things happen. I got to meet a lot of people on YouTube, help people, change their lives and a little bit. I'm not gonna say nothing major. I don't know, but uh, well, I don't want to be bragging like I help these people, whatever, because you're gonna give a person advice, it's up to them to take that action. But it was I don't know. I just always think about it. What would have happened? Why didn't I just say? The whole thing was, why didn't I ask the captain? May I dispose of this? May I dispose of this? And I never asked him. And what am I doing in this lane? I have no idea what I'm doing in this lane. I do not know where this lane is going. It says it's a exit. Okay. And so I was like, really, every day. I wouldn't say every day, but a lot. Thanks for the thumbs up. But a lot of times I always ask myself, why didn't I ask him? Can I dispose of that uh, more personal information? Or why can't I keep it? Why didn't I ask? Because had I asked, GSD 50 GAP, it would never happen. You know what I'm saying? And because I was going to school, I think I was going to Syracuse Community College. I got a 4.0. I think it just only took two classes. I swore I thought it took more. One was a sociology class, one was a speech class, but it was really interesting. But I don't know. I mean, the things that I went through in the military, it didn't stress me out at all. I was good, kind of work every day, happy, dealing with them, dealing with a lot of other issues, because I want to talk about the problems that some really major things that happened, but I ended up coming out victorious and stuff. It wasn't because it was a problem. They wanted them to come up with the solution, but I was the one that came to the solution, and um, I guess it kind of pissed them off in many ways. I cannot believe I got to turn around and go, where am I at? Oh my God, I am way out here. Ah, I'm almost at Sweet. That is so far. Ibaraki. Oh my God, I can't believe I'm out here. Okay, so I just got to get on. I'm not even going back on the freeway. I can forget that. Take the street. But anyway, so maybe I'll just park real quick since I'm getting off. Check the. They go Family Mart. So I'm gonna find a store, convenience store to stop at. Can I do this? See what traffic's looking like. This truck is stopping. It looks like the traffic is showing favoritism towards me. Let me get, I don't want to go up there. So let's see, is this truck gonna let me get in? Oh yes, she's letting me get in, which is awesome. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I have to do a U-turn and park, and then I guess I can do a U-turn right here, and then park, and then answer these questions. But actually, my Air Force career was awesome. I got stories and stuff, but I had a great time. I am not joking. I had problems with a lot of brothers. The white dudes seemed to be more as my friends, but I had to in the other bases, not at Edwards. It was Edwards. I don't know. I guess I could if I was to have to sum Edwards Air Force Base up, it would have been like a political base where uh, it just everyone there was trying to be number one when the number one person was the base commander. But everybody was trying to. It would always seem like everyone was trying to just be something that they weren't, or trying to create some. Oh man, I'm in the wrong lane. Create some kind of image for themselves, which all they had to do was be themselves and stuff. But it was really interesting. Okay, so let's see. Okay, cool. Yo, what's up? Marcus in the house. Dang, you could have retired by now. Yeah, I'm sure could have. Alaskan whiskey, dude. That's how I feel. They tried to screw me multiple times. I didn't even get commissioned because of the good old boy system in my unit before I got out. Oh, that's messed up. Hello from Cali. What's up? Ortega, J. Smith, Arthur. We're part of California. Do let me over. Thank you so much. So let me see. So anyway, I'm just driving and stuff. But yeah, I want to talk about the good things too, because I had a wonderful, wonderful time in the military. I mean, even during basic training, I got a chance to. Of course, it was against the law to do, and I took a big risk doing it. But everything turned out well. Um, Basic training one night, for some reason we opened our door. They opened the doors to bay across with girls, so everybody's running through everybody's bay and stuff. That was weird. That was so weird, and yeah, that was really weird. And then I guess whoever's downstairs wasn't paying attention because that was going on for about a good 15 minutes, and then because actually it was a lot of bad stuff that happens on Air Force bases. I mean, the military is a trip, but yeah, that was really fun. My basic training was cool. I got to do some things that I didn't know. Yeah, I got to talk about that. It's really cool. What else? Let's see. Yeah, I passed Osaka, and I'm going back towards Wakayama. Okay, wait. And so, basic training was really interesting. I won that battle. Um, let's see. I went to two tech schools. I think Seymour Johnson and some other place. I won those two battles. Wichita Tall Falls and something like that out there. That base out there. And then, um, please, please don't let me. Okay. And then, uh, let's see. Yeah, Wichita Tall is where I got married. All kinds of stuff happened at that base. It was true. And then, I went to the Philippines. Had challenges, out there. I don't know, man. It was like when I was in the military. It was like the bros, man. A lot of them were getting like screwed over. I mean, it was a trip, but and then they had problems with their wives. I guess the ones who had black wives and stuff, they had problems with their wives and stuff, and it was a trip, man. I mean, it was like ghetto, man. And I never actually lived in the ghetto, but I think if any place I lived in the ghetto that was black, that was closest to could become a ghetto would have been, I guess, would you call Inglewood would be a ghetto? And yeah, I never lived in a ghetto, from what I know. I never lived in a ghetto, and it was just I don't know. The dudes were like straight acting ghetto. I mean, the stuff that they were going through and complaining about, and I'm like, why do you even think about that stuff? It's basically I'm like, why you always talking about the white man? There's more important things to talk about than to talk about white people and racism. You guys just stop talking about that. You go to work talking about it, you come home talking about it, you make love to your wife talking about it. No wonder y'all having all these problems and stuff. Got all these mental issues and stuff that you don't even need to be talking about. Oh my God, I'm like so far away. And so I don't know. It was just a trip. And Clark Air Force Base was awesome for me personally. My wife's out there doing crazy stuff, but I had a good time. I had a good time, and but they were right, man. When I saw my information file, it was like that big. I am not lying. It was that, and I'm like, wow, these dudes, man. If I just opened the door and they cracked, squeaked, it was like they what was that? I got written up. Oh, you opened the door too fast. Stuff like that. It was weird because actually I was really really I'm an honest good person, honestly a good person, and I never started fights or anything. Never cussed people out or anything. So they couldn't get me on anything. Everything was fabricated. Clark Air Force Base, like I said, it was fun. Edwards Air Force Base was fun. Going to work, I enjoyed my work and stuff like that. Of course, I had to deal with the white dudes, but that's just them, and that's just the environment they grew up in, and that's on them. I like, hey, I can understand you guys don't know how to survive away from home, so you got to bring your neighborhood problems with you, but that's your problem, not mine. I am not going to get involved in any of their problems and stuff, like whatever. And that was it. So that's how I got kicked out. I shouldn't have never got kicked out had I told them had I went to the lawyers and said, hey, they're kicking me out, and the captain told me, a commander said that they lied on me. What can I do? Everything would have got reversed, and probably them guys would have got in trouble for lying. They would have got in trouble. But the whole thing was, it was weird because right after that, I guess they went and did what I told them to do. To don't just believe what people say, investigate it. They went and investigated those people in that tool section I was working with. A lot of people got kicked out and stuff. I mean, the stuff that I heard they were doing, not even coming to work, taking 3 days off without signing, taking leave, playing golf and all kinds of things. There's one guy that Schaefer guy. I walked in his office one day and he had pornography on a computer, and we was in the when I went to the first sergeant the first time. I was so tempted to say, hey, he got pornography in the computer, and it would have been no way he would have been able to hide it because he wasn't that adapted with computers and stuff. And it was just really interesting, and it was like when I went back to talk to him the first time, that's the first thing the commander thought. I mean, she thought I went to think on everybody. She's like, what do? You come back here to what did she say, to I guess schooling everybody? And I was like, nah, I'm not here to talk about them. I'm here to talk about you two. They looked over their faces. They're like, what? And then I committed to them, what's up? Hey, you officer, you're supposed to do better than this. If I'm an NC, I told them too. Like, I got a lot of my wisdom and training, of course, in the black neighborhoods and all that stuff. They go Kyoto Route number 1, Sato Seto Sato. But anyway, I said I got a lot of my training and stuff growing up in Westwood, going to school in Bel Air, hanging out in Bel Air, hanging out in Bel Air. Most of the time I hung out in Bel Air, Westwood. Sometimes Beverly Hills and stuff. It just depends on the border stuff, and had a lot of rich friends and stuff. Their parents educated me, and luckily for my vocabulary, I think that's what really saved me in a lot of situations in the military because when I spoke to white people, I used white people terminology, they professional terminology. When I spoke to bros, I just spoke the way we did, unless they pissed me off, then I started increasing my vocabulary to different levels and stuff. But it was really interesting because okay, now I think I know where I'm at. I got lost over here before. But it was really interesting because, oh my God, I got it. Hopefully I'm not missing it. Okay, now the next one I got to get straight. But I thank God for my vocabulary because I think that was really the key to my survival in the United States Air Force. Had I not had the vocabulary that I had, that wow, that's so weird. That one Ichichome. Oh, okay, I know what that is. Oh, wow, that's so weird. It's almost like, okay, so where I'm going now. Okay, I guess that would have been it. I don't know, man. It's so weird. Gosh, that's just so weird how these streets are. But you're on a island, so I guess you got a lot of curves and stuff. Oh man, it's weird. But anyway, yeah, it was my vocabulary, and that's why I always emphasize to a lot of people, especially if you're going to school, whether you like college or not, It's not the college that's going to give you the problem. It's not your teachers that's going to give you the problem. It's your vocabulary. If you don't understand your vocabulary, then that's where you're going to have a lot of problems. Kodomo City. So this is where the Surumi Nagahori subway station ends over here. I came out here once, actually tomorrow. But anyway, I guess that's about it. I got to. Oh yeah, I'm supposed to stop at a what's that thing called? At a convenience store and answer these questions. But yeah, my military life was. Thank you for the thumbs up. My military life, I actually had a good time. I am not joking. I want to. I need to redo a lot of my videos because there are a lot of them are old because there's some funny stuff. But let me see. Ooh, let's see where I am at. Okay. But yeah, I had some good times though. But I was talking to one of my friends. He retired. He was really a good help at Edwards Air Force Base, Mr. James. Yeah, and we got in touch again, and we talked, and he was just telling me that when they kicked me out, that he could tell that they were sad because they really honestly understood that they kicked me out for absolutely no reason. But boy, once I left that base, man, they said a lot of people like after that, man, it was all kinds of hell broke out. People, oh man, it was like all kinds of stuff broke out. I was like, gosh, and it was like kicking people out. People were like going through some whatever, but they were the kind of people where, hey, if you gonna sow what you reap, man. It was crazy though. Man, he was telling me about him. The only sad thing is I don't really remember him. I kind of remember his truck a little bit, but he said I used to always take him to LA during the weekend so they don't have to stay on the base and stuff like that. He said that really was a help for him and stuff. But oh man, the street's not even painted right. But he said, it was really cool of what I did, But it was really interesting. But I should have just pulled over and I read. But yeah, got kicked out the Air Force. It was funny because I went and told my cousin that him and my other cousin, they retired. And I don't know, man. I told them. I wonder. They never really said anything, but it's okay. It's nothing for me. Excuse me. It really isn't nothing for me to worry about because uh, those times are gone. But yeah, man. If people want to join the military, I always tell them to join the Air Force. But you do have to. There's these elements you have to deal with, But if you can handle that element, then you will do well. If you can't handle that element, then you're going to have some problems and stuff. Wait, hold on. Gotta find out where I am going and how far do I gotta go. Oh my God, I gotta go back this far. Oh my God. Oh, there it is. So I got 3 more kilometers. I wonder. Yeah, that should be it. Yeah, that's it. Put a marking on there so I know where to go. Wait, hold on, guys. I'm sorry. Okay, so since I'm at the stoplight, let me see if I can get this stuff done. I'm only going to answer. Hello from Cali. Okay, part of Cali. Yes, past charges. If you're not playing the game, there is no reason to stay in. Yeah, I know one thing. I for definitely sure weren't playing a game. No way at all. I was not playing a game. But like I said, it's like when I say when people come to Japan, you don't have to keep your own culture, And if you keep your own culture, you don't have to worry about any other pressures and pressures, the stress, and all that stuff. But so I just kept my own pressure. I never, even though I was an airman and a sergeant, I never actually looked at myself like that. I was just there doing the job, and that was it. I just act like I was still in LA, just doing my things just like I'm doing here now. Maybe that's a plus, maybe it's a minus. I'm not sure, but in the long run, it did help me uh, to maintain my sanity. So let's see, 1 point something miles. I think I better get off of this because I'm gonna go over it. If I don't go over, oh no, please. Okay, good. And so I maintain my uh, mentality. Let's see, get out of the comfort. What to play the game? Couple stupid political kids. Today's military, y'all. Yeah. So what? I'm hearing from the grapevine. This military is not bad shape. Is in bad shape, not only politically but budget wise. Where you headed to? See my bro. Do it for what's broke his hair every month. He ended up being 100,000 over budget after over $1 million over. Whiskey, well, down is pretty. I've never been in the military, but I'm pretty sure some people who've been there were all feeling major pressure morally. There is so much going on in the military and the lack of serious for actually applying the training when a war pops out, they won't make it. Yeah, it was there's a lot of stress. Even when I was there, the brothers would just stay on base like 24 hours, and I was like, dang, how can they stay on base and just get drunk? They just drinking. I'm like, yo, man, I can't just be drinking. You got that stress and drinking. Go do something. So that's why I started taking as many people as I could, or who wanted to go to LA and stuff. Hey, let's go hit the beaches. Let's go to Beverly Hills. Let's go do this. What about the cops? Don't worry about the cops. We'll do Compton and Venice Beach, and I don't know. Some people we end up going to, like me and one of the guys there. He was tall. He used to always wear jeans and cowboy boots. And he's from New York. I was like, okay. But me and him went down to Mexico. That was fun. We went down to Mexico, Tijuana. That was really cool. So I don't know, man. It was just really, really. How could I say? The whole experience was interesting. A lot of stories. I came out victorious. Victorious. I came out victorious. Yeah. But some people say, well, you got kicked out with a general under honorable conditions. You know, dis- disciplinary infraction. And I'm like, okay, yeah, right, okay, it's okay, you know. And so I'm waiting to see if there's going to be a backlash in that. But so far it's not. But I'm not in the States, so uh, I'm not in the States, so I don't know because it really doesn't have an effect here. But I don't know, so I ain't worrying about it though. Okay, here's another stop. Oh man, every time I get to a stoplight, then I gotta turn. I mean, when I get to a stoplight, then it turns green. Okay, wait, hold on. Read these comments and stuff. And then I will. I only got a few minutes, though. Yeah, if it's crowded, and then I'm gonna do another live right after this because I want to talk about some of the events and things that happen in the military. Because basically, yeah, because it's just funny stuff happens. Really funny stuff happens. Hold on. Grab so much like serious training will pops up. They won't make it. I've seen it firsthand. Wow. I know I had to get out. Yeah, I also heard about it from another brother who was in the army. He mentioned that the past couple of years the military has been dealing with the whole feminism movement. Feminism destroyed the Marine man. Never thought I would live to see 2016, 18 things were fine. 2000. Fuck now. The standards are being lowered. It's part of the bad. War goes off. They won't make the man cut. I hit a few nights in the courts, but I hit a bit of bad. Although I keep pencil sucking out going to suck. This man. Never been very dog at all, especially in military. There's no way. Yes, you get stuck in there once you start having kids. Yeah, Jason Brown, there's many of my buddies who enlisted because of that. But 4 years without anything issues like that. Wouldn't be surprised if they got court martial. How your children the world is doing the big round. Okay, that's it. Yeah, everybody's fine out here. You know, kids doing their thing, wife doing their thing, I'm doing my thing. Not having no issues. The only issue I have is with myself. I'm not really hustling and making this money and stuff. But other than that, I'm fine. Okay, so let me go on and get out of here, and I am going to let's see, because I don't know how long the traffic is. I know I talk about. No, I won't be able to do it now. Maybe on the way home I'll do it. Another one, because the next one I want to do is I want to talk about things like when Sergeant tried to take his actuator out of a wing, the top of the wing, he could. And what happened there? I asked and he wouldn't let me do it. It was funny. And once when this one guy was trying to put the aft section of the airplane back on the T-35, and he couldn't do it. And I was asking for like 30 minutes, and he wouldn't let me do it. And then he finally let me do it and stuff. Let's see what else happened. One of the sergeants when I was an airman in Clark Air Force Base, he would never bother them white people. Them white people talk shit to me, and I snapped them. I snapped them with my intelligence, and I know everybody wanted to hurt me, but they couldn't because they couldn't get past my vocabulary. Because you know you can cut somebody out in an intellectual way where um, you can't get court-martialed. You know, and one dude almost got his head smashed in. Stupid. It was because of something I did. Had I not did it, he would have been dead. You know, one brother was always talking crap, and then to me, because of his position, whatever. He's one of the brothers that had one of those Jerry curls that would never curl up, so it's like he had like a straight perm with the Jerry curl juice in it and stuff. But yeah, it could have been his natural hair. I don't know, but it was funny. And then he got assaulted by a white dude, you know, bigger than him, and so I had to like. It was messed up what I told him, but I had to let him know. You know, you might think about how you are, whatever, but you know, I'm me and you not me, and there's things that they gonna do to you that they are definitely not gonna do to me. You know, let's see what else. Uh, my wife, I had met her on base, and we both was in basic training, and I don't know how I got out of the dormitory. Maybe they let me go to the store or something. Because because we did, you did get days off, but something happened, and I happened to call, and because we were just sitting in the room, and I didn't want to sit in the room, so you know my quote unquote sort of black privilege that I had in the white neighborhood. So I said, well, let me just ask if I can go outside and go jogging. So I called the day room. He's like, what are you doing calling? I'm like, no, I can't call. You know, you weren't supposed to. I mean, it wasn't like you couldn't, but nobody never did. So I said, hey, I want to go jogging. Can I go out and jog? Because we was already on detention. I mean, we had to stay in because the guys failed the test. And so he was like, all right, you can go. And I changed my clothes and put on my clothes and uniform. And went out there, like, what you doing? I said, I'm going jogging. Like, huh? I said, yeah, let me see, I can go jogging. And they couldn't believe it. I went jogging and stuff. I think maybe at that time that's when I saw her. And we ran into a laundry room. Did it. That was weird. I can't. I mean, I can't. I mean, because I'm really a good person, but sometimes, things like that happen. Like, well, why do I do that? You know what I'm saying? Why don't I get caught? You know what I'm saying? And why? It's like God was on my side. I don't know, man. I'm telling you. Um, yeah, it was a trip, man. I was flying back to America, and this, I guess the soldier had died. And his body was there. So they had me to watch over it. He was on this big old C-30 or C-5 or something like that. And but my clearance was secret clearance. And then a guy on the top said, "I'm gonna promote you to top clearance secret or top secret clearance or something like that. I don't know." So I guess he must have called it. Yeah, that's what I ended up having, a top secret clearance. And so I was able to do that. That was weird. I was like, man, give me a promotion too. Higher next promotion and stuff. It was weird though. But anyway, let me get off of this because I'm running out of stuff to say. Peace. Have fun. Just do 50 JP in the house. See that? You guys see that? Okay, so that's it. Hopefully I read everything. Just heard. Okay, good. I'm out. Peace.